Today is Wednesday, the 39th day of the Omer, which is 5 weeks and 4 days. We're in the 6th week that has to do with the midah, the quality and the character trait of yesod. That was represented by Yesod was represented by Yosef HaTzadik, and Yesod means foundation. It means bonding and connecting, and Netzach means eternity, endurance, winning, that type of idea. So Netzach, shebayesod, is in order to bond and really connect, you have to have endurance and be willing to overcome challenges, and that's the idea of Netzach, shebayesod. The other concept associated with this nuance of Netzach, shebayesod, is the idea that Yesod is bonding and connecting. One of the best examples and that can be brought is, of course, the idea of husband and wife and procreating that happens through the bonding and the connecting. That is the first mitzvah given to us in the Torah, Pru urvu milu et haaretz. But within that idea of bringing the new generation, we have the concept of Netzach, which means eternity. In other words, through the children, of course, yeah, it's nice to have children. They're cute. There's noise at home. It brings joy to the parents. But there is a much deeper concept also here, that a person can continue beyond his lifetime to have this concept of eternity through his children, because the children will continue what the person has started in this world. So a person is here for however long he is, 120 years or thereabouts, and at some point, as he moves on to another dimension, his children and grandchildren will continue from generation to generation the idea of Netzach, of eternity, of endurance, of continuing what the father or the forefathers started. There's a concept that says about Yaakov Avinu that he's still alive. Wait a minute, but he passed away thousands of years ago. But our sages say, Mazar'o b'chaim, afu b'chaim. The same way that his descendants are alive, he continues to live through them. And therefore, the idea of Netzach, shebayesod, as we think about this example of Yesod, of procreation, through the bonding and connecting of a husband and wife with the commitment. And by the way, Netzach shebayesod is also an everlasting commitment to the spouse to be going through whatever challenges there are in whatever situation. You make that commitment. That's the idea of Netzach. But also beyond that is for preparing the next generations of children and grandchildren to continue beyond the person's lifetime, to realize the mission of the person in this world, either him doing it or his children doing it by proxy as a continuation of him. And that's one idea, one concept associated with this idea of Netzach shebayesod. So the idea of having children and educating them properly is so that the person, beyond just the moment when they're children, when these kids will grow up and will continue, they will have that Netzach, that continuous, eternal aspect of the Jewish people, continuing from one generation to generation, as we take that nuance of Netzach into the concept of Yesod, foundation, bonding and connecting. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.